Hi, my name is Kenneth.
And my name is Faiza.
We're here for Reunion Weekend 2025.
Today we're going to be interviewing some Stanford alumni and reunion crew.
Let's do it! I'm really curious about how your identity, how did that kind of intersect with you being on campus at the time where things were a little bit more tough?
The assistant dean of the law school, LaDoris Cordell, she became a Superior Court judge at the time that I was a freshman. There was a sense that you were here only because you were a minority and because of affirmative action. And so I went up to her and I said, Governor Brown, I just appointed you, and they said that you got this only because you're a black woman. How do you answer that? Because that's what they're telling us, that we're only here because we're minorities. And she says, if that's true, then I'd rather be here because of that than to be excluded for the same reason. And I always carried that with me.
And so we actually just went to the Latino Alumni Association, and it was just it was so inspiring to see so many people and frankly so many women. I guess the representation, and that matters. I mean, it really does.
What advice would you give to undergrads today?
Engage in as many activities as you can. Try everything. Have fun, because you're going to make the best friends that you've ever made, and it should be the most enjoyable time of your life.
Don't feel like you have to major in a particular thing. I want to go to law school, so I have to major in, political science or justice studies or whatever it is. Find something that you really love, because then you're going to do well. And just remember that it's you're here to learn, and to learn how to learn, and to learn how to write and communicate.
You're not always going to be successful at everything that you do, and you can't sort of get stuck in the mire of failure. You just got to pick it up and move on. And because I remember I got a D in when I majored in psychology, and I got a D in one of my classes, and I remember thinking, oh, that's the absolute worst, right? Because everybody, has all A's when they come to Stanford. You've never received a D in my life. I think everybody at some point feels some I'm not good enough here, or questioning kind of their worth when they're here. And I think that you're here for a reason, and remember the reasons originally why you came. It'll get you through.
Great. Okay, I wanted to first ask, what is something that you've noticed that has changed on campus? Maybe it's how it looks like, the culture. What do you think has changed?
As much as I loved our time here, was sort of an older, industrious building. It was very useful, but not the most beautiful. What the new students in the Grad School of Ed have is unreal.
I think maybe it's just different to be here on a weekend. It feels like there's fewer bikes around.
No, trust me, when it gets between classes, it's crazy around here. Yeah,
it's less death-defying on the bike side, for sure.
So what has been your favorite memory on campus?
I think my favorite memory would be the people I met. Trying to think about myself 20 years ago and how different I am, not only personally but professionally and as a teacher. So all those things are kind of coming home for me.
It's sort of, so even just walking around today, we were sort of saying oh yeah, I sort of remember that, and just reorienting to this place has been really fun.
The people, it really is the people. It really is the people coming back and seeing the people who made the difference of being in the place. And I think that's true anywhere you go. Is the facility, the ability to make community is really the critical part of any good experience.
What was your favorite class teaching or learning from?
My favorite class was this class called Practicum, that we really talked about history and how to teach history.
People learning from the students, the classmates outside of class, and kind of digesting the materials and thinking about things was the most valuable part.
Yeah.
And the woman who ran our program, Rachel, taught a class on cooperative learning. Is that what she called it?
Yeah, heterogeneous.
Heterogeneous learning, just how you learn in groups, and had us in groups all the time doing it, and was just modeling the sorts of teaching she wanted us to do with young people. And that's in addition to Sam's class, which is Practicum. That's the class that really stuck with me.
What song kind of defined your experience here when you were here? Yeah.
Well, we had a prom here.
Really?
Yeah, we had a step prom that we actually all remember.
Not super formal.
It was.
Not the most formal.
We all remember that. I don't remember a particular song, but I remember that moment, and we kind of probably did a lot of rocking out to 80s.
I'm gonna do Snoop Gin and Juice. Okay. Is my
version or the
no.
Time for Drive-By with Alumni.
Yeah, so I'm Boomer Talon. My major is bioengineering, and I'm from Billings, Montana. This is my 3rd year doing the golf carts, yeah. Just kind of sounded appealing to me, so I signed up. That's really cool. You get to talk to a bunch of different people from all different places, all different opinions. It's just fun to be around the alumni. So second day of reunion is mostly the big thing is the game. Yeah, and this is kind of what I do. I just kind of drive around the parking lots, and people kind of wave you down and they ask for a ride. I'm honestly surprised we haven't been waved down yet. Yeah. That couple. We'll flip around. You guys like a ride? Where are we heading? We could take you there. Yeah.
I remember some of my friends borrowing a golf cart and joyriding a little bit, and then getting caught.
Oh, they had to go
And they had to go see Condoleezza Rice. I don't know why we had full intent to give it back. We both lived in the suites my sophomore year, her junior. I asked her out on a date. She thought it was gonna be a group date, and I just showed up alone.
The date was to go see the Crying Game. It's a pretty shocking, risque kind of movie.
Yeah, it probably isn't a first date kind of movie, but it was a good first date. And then
Something must have worked.
we walked through campus. So we went wading in the quad about 1 in the morning. It was a full moon night, and that's where I gave you your first kiss. I remember I was looking at the moon, and then I looked down at you, and then I swooped in for the kiss.
What has been your favorite class when you were an undergrad here?
Maybe baseball fiction.
Oh, wow.
Tell me about that.
You know, we read a lot, but everything we read was stories about baseball.
Cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know you
Yeah.
took that class.
Yeah.
That's cool.
When you're an econ major, the requirements are a little lower. He was an engineering major, and that's, you know,
That sounds a little
you're
heavy.
taking all engineering.
I remember CS 101 was a fun class, but in a kind of a geeky kind of way. There was a sociology class taught by this married couple who were very revered in the world of sociology, and that was super cool. What I more remember is the stuff we did outside the class. So basically, students would get a whole bunch of pallets and build a huge, pyramid. And the football team would be there, the dollies would be there, the band would be there, and they would light it, or Denny Green, they bring out the actual axe, and then the football coach, who was Denny Green, would get out and you'd say, "Give him the axe, give him the axe," and the whole students. And then they would light the fire, and it would have a massive bonfire, and it was pretty cool. So that tradition ended about the time we were probably graduating, I remember. But that was a super fun tradition back in the day.
So what are you guys all, journalism majors? You want to be gainfully unemployed the rest of your life?
Not even close. We're doing this for the love of the game.
Also
Love
unemployed.
it. No, we have the two of the chairs. They're both journalism majors. They're still in the industry. Yeah. So there's hope for you. There's hope.
I mean, I have an internship at the NBC station, and it's going pretty good.
Good old Channel
Going
11.
pretty good.
But it's all on the sports channel. You got to get over to that side.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to the 49ers game tomorrow.
With the Falcons?
Yes, with the Falcons.
Falcons, yeah. Who's going to quarterback? We don't know yet. I grew up in San Francisco.
Oh, nice. Okay,
I think it's still Mac.
What?
Mac Jones.
Well, I don't know the quarterback for Stanford, because what's his name's got a bad toe. The other guy got his ribs hurt. But we don't know.
Yeah.
They'll
I'm
break
from
your
Baltimore, so I don't know anything about
football.
Football here. I'm a big Lamar Jackson fan, but
That's okay. We'll let you live. My brother went to Cal. We said we all make mistakes in life. And he said, "Okay, blanket A's, yay." Next week came back. "Sorry, university won't let me do that." Blanket B's, boo. Blanket pass, boo. Came back the third week, said, "Okay, everybody get an A, but you have to take a final." Boo. But you can take the final as many times as you want. Yay. He went to KFC, bought you chicken, got chicken,
Wow.
corn on the cob, bun, and your final, and a blue. Honor coach, you can take it anywhere you want.
Wow.
So I got an A. So then I go to fill out my form for graduation. I was a psych major, taught math for 50 years. And she goes, oh, you missed a course. I go, what? She says, Sleep and Dreams. Well, wait, it was an undergrad special. No, it's a psychology course.
Oh.
So on my transcript, it says Sleep and Dreams A, and it counted towards my major.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow.
Only at Stanford can you do stuff like that.
Exactly.
Well, okay.
Wow.
Any other questions?
We'll come up with them on the
Yeah.
drive there.
Fine, sounds good.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you the one big difference since I went here. If you go into the old Union and you go down and see the chaplain, it was right around 12.
Yeah.
There were all these shoes outside.
Yeah.
They were all inside praying.
Yeah.
Yeah, the imams up there.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yep, things do change a bit. Things do change a bit.
There used to be no shoes. Now it's all
Well,
full.
you guys weren't even here. They didn't even know. Well, you guys were here, but they didn't know you were here,
exactly.
or they didn't say anything. They hid.
What has been your favorite memory at Stanford when you were here?
13-12. We beat Michigan at the Rose Bowl.
That's it.
What else? What else can you say?
That's it.
That's what I mean. What else? I mean, you guys can never go to the Rose Bowl. Sorry. That's okay. Cal never went to the Rose Bowl, which is even better yet. And they never will. So what do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know.
What are you going to design?
I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. There's my wife.
Oh, hello. Hi.
I'm being interviewed again.
Again? You were already interviewed?
I'm Max Manier, and I'm currently helping out at Golf Cart Central.
I'm doing golf cart dispatch, so all the alums can text us when they need to pick up, and then I have my walkie phone right here, and I can talk to all the golf carts and tell them where to go and where to scoop these people up.
Really, I just love helping people. It's good to help the community. I actually drove all the way up from the Los Angeles area to help out.
I'm feeling super locked in right now. It's a lot of fun. I'm controlling all the golf carts. I've got my little walkie. I'm feeling very professional and fun. Sometimes it's terrible because sometimes we don't have enough carts, but besides that, it's fun.
Currently, as we speak, we're in the fourth quarter. Stanford is up 20-13 against Florida State University, and we are currently going to be receiving the ball. So fingers crossed, but I think we can do it and win this game for homecoming for the first time in 3 years.
All right, so we're coming back for round 2. We're going to go pick up some alumni from the football game. Hopefully we win. I have a good feeling about this game. Yeah. How do you guys feel?
Right now we're up 20-13, so it's actually looking really good for us.
We've been hanging out with the alumni, our friends, but no, we wanted to be with Stanford football.
We're so back.
Supporting them.
So back.
We are back.
This is a big win for Stanford, and what better way to end it off during Reunion Weekend 2025.
Then I'm here with
Alan Bush, class of 75.
I love it. So 1975, what was that like? What was going on? What was the big thing on campus at that time?
Issues related to the draft, issues related to the Shah of Iran. I was working on trying to help prove the existence of quarks in physics. And
did you prove them?
Not that year, but yes.
Incredible, incredible.
The whole experience of Stanford was transformative for my life, for my thought processes, for searching for meaning and important things, not just being superficial.
I feel like right now there's almost like an inclination to, with ChatGPT, with all this stuff, to just understand things very superficially. What's the whole value of this?
Life, in order to be well lived, you need to have given it some serious thought. Your values should be analyzed and not just assumed from birth or culture. You need to question your culture. You need to question your environment and come to reasonable conclusions on your own of what is important. One thing that happened was when I came to Stanford, I was completely science oriented. If you couldn't back it up mathematically or scientifically, it wasn't worth studying. One of my transformations was to discover the value of history and psychology and sociology and studying humanity, even art. All of those things expanded my thoughts, my ability to process information, and my approach to life.
Alrighty, so we just made our last drop of tonight, and I think we're ready to call it a night, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.